summer looks like. So a couple of big things to talk about before I really make some progress today. I have had a lot of mixed feelings, and it's not just that our school is going to be very different. I'm starting to accept that, thankfully. But I just am having trouble switching my mindset from summer relaxing mode into teacher mode. This is the first year I have taken the summer off in 10 years. Every other year I have taken a summer camp job. And this summer it wasn't going to be the best situation with my previous summer job, and I just kind of have come to the conclusion I really just needed a break. Last year was a great year. Mentally, it took a lot out of me though. And so I was just like, okay, I need some time to reset, I need some time for myself, I need some time to kind of find who I am, and I did that. Now I'm just transitioning into teacher mode, and yesterday, which was Thursday, which by the way, my first day was Wednesday when I came back, Wednesday afternoon. On Thursday, I didn't actually go anywhere, but I attended an online conference for art educators. And it was great. I enjoyed the conversations. It's just, I was kind of hoping, and I know you're not supposed to you set yourself up for failure if you put high expectations on things you know nothing about. And so I kind of was hoping that the conference would give me some motivation. And it wasn't quite what I expected. I had never done this online conference before. It's been around for a long time. In fact, I've even considered it quite a few years. But this year I just decided to do it because Sir Ken Robinson was a speaker. And so I was like, okay, I'll do it. But it really was just a person conducting it. So there's like the commentator, the host, and then she would start a presentation. The presentation was basically a YouTube video, and most of them were pretty well done. Some of them were actually entertaining, but I just kind of felt like I was sitting at home watching YouTube all day, and there wasn't enough interaction, there wasn't enough networking, there wasn't enough hands-on. And they did have a section titled hands-on where the topics were about projects, but there wasn't anything to follow along with. And I did not register in time to get the swag box where you got tons of markers and pens and clay and stuff. That, needless to say, I went ahead and registered for the next one in February because it was a really easy professional development, and I have to renew my certificate soon, so I just wanted to get as many hours as I can, make sure I have enough that qualifies, and it was really cheap because I registered yesterday. But okay, so that was yesterday, and so with that, I think I'm coming to accept that the summer is over, that I am here at school, and there's a lot of changes going on, and I am trying very hard to put in my mind and to change my mindset to be, I keep thinking that there's people in the hallway, but there's like no one here, to put my mindset in a very positive mode. Because of conversations I had with people on Wednesday and kind of my bummed outness of summer and having to be a teacher again, I just had gotten very negative, and I even had thoughts of, there's jobs I could have applied for, I could be starting something new, I could work closer to home, the drive is so long, stuff like that. And just frustrated, and then in that whole process I get all frustrated with myself that I'm thinking those. It's just hard for me to see what the school year is going to be like. And I just need to live and let go. I need to accept something and move on, not fight it, and just be positive, do the best I can, and with all our new changes of administration and staff, that is not me. I'm not the one who made those changes, so I need to do me. And if all of their changes make us crash and burn, that is them. I'm going to focus on the kids, focus on art, make the best positive impact I can, and hope that they do the same. So that is where my mindset is now on day 2. The other big thing is I'm just going to try and get as much done as I can today. It is 11:30 right now. I have not really started anything, but I will be here till evening-ish after everybody else leaves. They leave at 4. But yeah, so on Wednesday, y'all saw that I tried the Big 3 method. That's 3, yeah. Big 3 method of picking 3 big tasks to focus on. And today I decided I'm not going to do that because I feel like just having those 3 kind of leaves me restricted. And that is not how I work. We have this big thing in teaching where you don't reinvent the wheel. You steal and reuse and recycle as much as you possibly can because that's going to just propel yourself forward. You start with somebody else's content, kind of make it your own, but you don't need to start from total scratch. And I think I was trying to use that concept from somebody else, but for myself, that was kind of reinventing things from scratch. And so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do my normal thing, which is start with a big thing that's super important, needs to be done, which today is I need to contact Art 3 kids, and I keep looking over there because the list is over there, that thing that I put off at the end of the day. And I just need to tell myself it's going to be okay, because I don't know about it. Anyways, I'm going to get to work and make some progress. Oh, and the other good thing is that I just heard that my budget got approved. I proposed to get $200 extra than what I normally get, so I can replace my whiteboards, which if I put that order in today, that might actually happen before the school year starts. But my whiteboards are like so messed up. But that has to come out of my budget. That's why I proposed to get a little bit more so I can replace whiteboards, but that all got approved. And I need to put in a couple of supply orders. Well, actually, 1. I just need colored pencils. Yay! Okay, better lighting. I am not in the routine of vlogging, like bad lighting. And last time I was here, I tried to make some time lapses with my GoPro. I totally clicked the button to just take a million pictures every couple seconds instead of doing a video. So the first vlog was pretty interesting, but I am getting the hang of it. Well, I said my first big thing to do was to contact Art 3 people, and I made only 4 phone calls, but I realize it's not really going to be productive for me to make all of these phone calls right now because 2 of the parents I talked to, they're moving. One of them is just not an updated number, and then the other one was I got to talk to the girl's sister, which I know the girl's sister, she was one of my students, but so I was told that on Tuesday they are finalizing some schedules, and so I guess once that happens I can call some more. But this is just frustrating because I feel like this needs to be done. These kids won't know about this project. I tried telling them and they didn't even post the project on the school website. Okay. Enough gripes. Okay, I tried doing that. It wasn't productive. I realized that a bunch of kids are probably going to move, and so I'm just going to do other things. Of work. I feel like I've gotten a lot done, but then from another point of view I feel like I haven't. I don't know, but I've gotten stuff done. I'm just keep going. A lot less distracted today, a lot less talking to people, which is nice. But I cleaned up all of the tables, and I forgot this cabinet over here. But I went around and I pulled down all of the stuff I had stored on shelves over the summer that doesn't normally go up there. I pulled all of that down, and I checked some paint that I had. I need to do touch-ups on the blue wall over there, and I wanted to paint some more parts blue. And I had a can of blue paint in there that I thought was the shade, and it is not. And I know that all of my blue walls are not the same shade of blue, but this one was not the same shade as any of them. But I did find the empty can of blue paint that I used last year to paint some of the walls. So I'm just gonna get another can of that because it'll work. But yeah, and so now I'm just gonna take a break. Oh, I also set up my pencil boxes of color pencils and markers for kids to use. I need to go through and sharpen a lot of pencils though. The secretary was kind enough to lend me her sharpener. When she lent it to me, she was like, well, you don't need to sharpen 100 pencils, do you? And I was like, okay, I won't borrow it because I need to sharpen like 200-300 pencils, or even more. Actually, I have more in the car. I totally forgot about those. But and she's like, you know what, just take it. And if it breaks, you can sharpen like your 50 or whatever, how many it's going to sharpen. And if it breaks, I'll just order me a new one. I was like, okay. Because I just have the Carl sharpeners, the hand crank ones, and I have the little hand sharpeners that I make my kids use. So I'm going to kind of chill a little bit and get pencil sharpened. I don't know if other teachers have this problem, but whenever I see a pencil on the ground like this, I have this sudden urge, this need, this strong burning desire to pick it up. Dirty, clean. Just finished cleaning the windows inside and out actually looks like it made a difference. Making progress, making progress. At least that's what it feels like. And I actually have energy right now, which is cool. I've been working on this board right here. It doesn't look terribly different because I'm just making it black this year. I want to keep it simple with a black border. That is a chalkboard, but it is very low quality, and I do not want to deal with kids erasing things, and the teacher before me covered it, and so every year since then I've just covered it and used it as a bulletin board. That just means I have to hot glue everything on there, but I ran out of hot glue, so I can't finish my borders. But I am going to work on my books next, and I just had the idea to actually label my books, and that won't be too bad because I only have like less than 100 books, maybe like 60 or 70 books. I don't have that many books. But I had the idea this year, when I sort them in categories like I normally do, to put a little color label on it, just a piece of color construction paper, and tape it together. And kind of like how in libraries it could be sorted by nonfiction or fiction, or even I've seen it in teachers' classrooms, they sort it by genre and then color-coded labeled. I saw Bridget Spackman do that in the letter classroom, and I just had the bright idea, I could do that with my art books, and that way kids can actually keep it sorted. So I would label the books, and then I would label the bins or have a label taped on the shelf as to where those go. And so it's super easy for kids to sort them. They just need to be sorted by category. I don't care about alphabetical or anything like that. So I'm going to go through my books and sort them, and I think that's what I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to do with my books. I had the idea, I just wanted to kind of set up as much as I could with my bookshelves, but I need to actually make the labels if I do that. Alright, y'all, it is now almost 6 o'clock, and I have hit my stopping point. I am tired. My feet hurt too. So as far as the library goes, which is the last thing I left off, I did start taping them. So I'm just taking that little rectangle that I cut with the die cutter and a piece of packing tape and folding it over the corner. I am gonna head out for the day, but big conclusion of today is I am finally in work mode for prep. Like, I feel like today I have gone from that bummed, like, summer's over kind of thing, unsure about everything, to successfully getting in the mood of, okay, school's about to start, let's get ready, and actually determining what I need to do and doing it, and I'm really happy about that. So I am gonna head home. Well, actually I have to go and buy a few school supplies. Maybe, I don't know if I'll end up doing that, but I do definitely need to go by Home Depot and get some paint because I didn't have the right color. Also update, I got approval to get my boards fixed, and I even talked to maintenance. And so 2 options. There's something called shower board. Never heard of it, but it works kind of like a whiteboard. It's just less durable, which I think is what I have up there. And then there is actual whiteboard. If I want to get actual whiteboard, I have to figure out where to get it from and order it. They'll pay for it, I just have to order it. But if I got a shower board, maintenance would do it. So I'm just going to look into the price. If it's not drastically different, I'm going to pay a little bit more and get the whiteboard because it's nicer. It'll last longer. That's the problem I had with this board. It just, you can see all of that gray scratches over there just from barely cleaning it, and it was already worn out. It just didn't last long at all. So I want to get that taken care of, which is exciting. That'll be the new thing for this year. Okay, I'm gonna go, and I will see y'all later. Thanks for watching.